fans, so we have a new IQOO phone with us today. This is the IQOO Z9s Pro that has launched for some 25,000 rupees, and for that price, it features very similar specs as the Nord CE4. It's like they're twins. I am not complaining though. Here too you get the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chip, a gorgeous 6.7 inches 120Hz AMOLED screen, and a big 5500 mAh battery, which is quite competitive for the price. But if you look at the 25,000 price segment, it is the most ruthless and the most popular segment in India right now. We have some amazing phones from OnePlus, Motorola, Nothing, Poco, and even Infinix. So where does the IQOO Z9s Pro stand? Let's talk about that. First of all, let's start with the design side of things, and here you get the IQOO Z9s Pro in two color variants, orange and white. The orange one has a leather back design while the other has a plastic body. I have this orange color variant and the feel of this phone is amazing. I don't know how IQOO has managed to fit in a 5500 mAh battery in such a slim body, but it does not look or feel bulky at all. And the subtle curves here make it feel quite handy too. IQOO has also provided IP64 rating as well, which I know is not as good as the Motorola Edge 50 Fusion's IP68, but it definitely can withstand water splashes better than something like the OnePlus Nord CE4 or the Nothing Phone 2a's IP54 rating. That said, the only thing that has bugged me about its design is the glass protection. Not that there is none here, but it's not Gorilla Glass protection, it's actually Scotch Sensation Glass, so I am not sure how durable it is against drops or scratches. By the way, the frames here are made of plastic, so it's better to case this phone up to make sure it lasts longer. Anyway, a lot of you guys might be concerned about heating issues due to the phone's slim form factor, but I am happy to report that during my test, this phone did not heat up like a volcano ever, even during heavy gaming sessions. IQOO says that they have used a 3000mm square vapor chamber cooling system here, and evidently it works well. Here are my gaming test results, and you can see how stable the outcome is when it comes to the 99 percentile and average FPS, that too without ever crossing 40 degrees while playing PUBG, Mobile Legends, or even Genshin Impact for that matter. The thermals here are actually better than the OnePlus Nord CE4, which has the same Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. And IQOO is one of the companies that is pretty serious about gaming, so you also get a couple of gaming specific features like 4D game vibration that gives you a vibration feedback in certain in-game actions, like when firing a gun, and then there is motion control that can trigger different in-game controls based on gestures like tilt, lean, push, etc. 4D game vibration is a little slow in working, but motion control works really nicely here. Still, you don't have the option to play games like PUBG and Call of Duty at 90 FPS here like the Poco X6 Pro though, which is even cheaper than the IQOO Z9s Pro. So if you're really serious about gaming and performance, the Poco X6 Pro could be a wiser option, especially considering it also comes with DDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage to support faster performance. Here you're getting a basic DDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2 storage. Anyway, the normal performance of this phone is good, no issues. IQOO has also optimized the UI to run at either 60, 90 or 120Hz depending on the content that is played on the screen in the auto mode. You do get the option to force 120Hz in all the apps, and even then everything runs very smoothly, so no complaints. However, I did feel like the IQOO Z9s Pro was a little slower when switching between the multitasking tiles. I don't know if it's the animation, but sometimes it feels a little laggy. But other than that, this phone boots on Android 14 with FunTouch OS 14 on top, and IQOO has also promised 2 years of OS and 3 years of security updates with this phone. For your information, out of the box, this phone is running on July's security patch. And as always, you do get a few pre-installed apps here, 26 to be exact, but you can uninstall most of the ones that aren't useful to you, and if you know your way around smartphones, it should not be that big of a deal for you. Moving on, I've had a great time interacting with this display too. The touch response here is amazing, and not to mention the IQOO Z9s Pro also has a nice quality AMOLED screen. It's a 6.67 inches full HD 10-bit display with HDR10 Plus support in both YouTube and OTT platforms like Netflix, and a whopping 4500 nits of peak brightness. And if you're wondering how bright it can go in the auto mode, it's 1300 nits. In real life usage, I didn't have much difficulty viewing things outdoors on a sunny day. It's actually very similar to the OnePlus Nord CE4. The trimmed down bezels also serve for a good viewing experience on this phone. But I did find a little bug in its display. So what happens is, when I play HDR videos in 1080p, everything runs well. But as soon as I switch to 4K, the videos get visibly stuttery. And it's not just one or two times, it happens all the time. So I hope IQOO will bring forth an update to fix this very soon. Also, I wish the haptics and the speakers here were a little better too. The vibration feedback isn't exactly buzzy, but it's not as crisp and tight as the Nord CE4 or the Nothing Phone 2a for that matter. And I also wish that IQOO had integrated haptic feedback in the UI elements such as the brightness or volume slider too. The stereo speakers here are good enough for watching movies or watching reels. They're loud, but they can sound a little distorted and shouty when you're listening to songs with a lot of trebles. Okay, let's talk about the cameras now. And we know that IQOO phones never have been all about the cameras, and here too the output is decent, I would say. It has a 50 megapixel Sony IMX882 sensor, and as you can see from the photos that I have clicked, it produces a very punchy output with nice details and artifacts. Sometimes the white balance can be a little off, but in good lighting, you can get some nice shots out of this camera. However, I found that it is not able to handle dynamic range in shadow conditions that well, but besides that, the images are fairly satisfying. In fact, under harsh sunlight, it is able to handle glares and highlights so well, even better than the Nord CE4. IQOO has also included an ultra-wide-angle lens this time, which was missing on last year's Z7 Pro, but since it's only an 8 megapixel sensor, the detail rendition is only average here. Plus, for some reason, they have even punchier results than the primary camera, which does not look good all the time. The portraits are nice though. You also get a 2x mode for better subject focus and background blur. They are a little processed and smoothed, so you won't find a lot of details, but the skin tone looks pleasing to the eyes, so not that big of an issue. Selfies are nice too. Again, beautification is there, but you get sort of an airbrushed finish in the pictures, which a lot of you guys may prefer. But I have to tell you, the selfie videos from this phone are strictly average. The max you can shoot is 1080p 30 fps, which means there is no 4K option, and even then in 1080p videos, the stabilization is not good. There is a 4K recording option from the back camera capped at 30 fps, and the output is not bad actually. EIS works pretty well to stabilize the footages, and the videos are a little cropped but usable, I would say. Alright, I have saved the best for the last because the battery life on the IQOO Z9s Pro is just fantastic. All thanks to a big 5500 mAh cell. So even on days with extremely heavy usage, I was able to get more than 7 hours of screen on time, that too with 20% battery left at the end of the day. Charging this phone is fast too. The 80-watt charger that you get inside the box can take the phone from 0 to 30% in 13 minutes, 50% in about 23 minutes, and 48 minutes for a complete refill. Okay, conclusion time. So until today, my favorite phone under 25,000 was the OnePlus Nord CE4 because it's the most balanced value for money phone at that price. And having used the IQOO Z9s Pro for about a week, I can confidently say that just like the OnePlus Nord CE4, it is also a safe option for someone who's looking to buy a good value mid-range phone. Everything is just really balanced here. It's got competitive performance, decent cameras, nice display, amazing battery life, and more importantly, a very appealing design. Yes, the haptics and the speakers could have been a little better here, but it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Plus, you're also getting some sick launch offers, which makes it one of the most competitive phones in the sub 25,000 price segment. Alright everybody, that was my full review of the all new IQOO Z9s Pro. What are your thoughts on this device? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. Saying this, I'm Pratima and I'll be back with a next video.